Breaking news out of Afghanistan. There is no room on the runway with thousands of refugees desperately trying to get on a plane to get out of the country. And this is like a real raw story, and I do warn you, you might find the following vision very disturbing. As we can see here from videos that have been uploaded to Twitter, there are thousands of people milling and walking around the tarmac in the airport landscape here in Kabul, and they're carrying their luggage and they're just desperate to try and get on any sort of plane. Now, the problem is that there isn't any planes. The background on this story, if you haven't been following it in the press, is that the capital city has recently fallen to the Taliban forces that have been moving into the region from the north. Now, originally it was expected for this to take around about 90 days to occur, but unfortunately it's been a rapid dissolution of the current Afghan government, and now the Taliban have seized control. The US military still controls the airport itself, but they've lost control of the perimeter at this stage. It looks like that American forces are having to use the aircraft that they have on hand to try and clear the runways for approaching larger aircraft. They still have their planes there with plenty of equipment and personnel that they're desperately trying to get out. And one of the stories that we've seen from this event is American forces using a large transport plane to take over 800 people standing shoulder to shoulder out of the country. This is the equivalent of Vietnam falling at the end of that war, with many desperate people trying to get out of the country. The really dangerous thing right now is that there is so many people on the runway and on the tarmac that nobody is able to take off. Even just having one person walking around is a bit of a disaster, but having so many people desperately crawling at the planes means that these aircraft can't leave. Already we know that there is a Turkish Airlines Boeing 777 aircraft that landed earlier today that is probably not going to be able to leave, and also two American C-17 transport aircraft. It's also been reported through the rumor mill that Qatar has told any flights or American air crews that have people that are not on the manifest, as in refugees, they'll be refused access to land in the country. And also, unfortunately, I do need to report that it's believed 5 people have died in this chaos so far, but I'm scared that this may only be the beginning for all these poor people desperate to leave the country. This is truly a terrible day for aviation and humanity as a whole, and I do actually genuinely feel for these people. This is a developing story, and be sure to stay tuned when I give you more updates as soon as they happen.